side.
And well, from EFEC, we're seeing a full armor buy up from them, similar to what Dignitas did and their CT pistol on cash. Oh, well, MSL with a couple of flashes. Dignitas are just heading straight out to the B-bomb side. Dreamer's going to get the first frag, though. So Tensky goes down. Spirally Leader chimes in as well, and all of a sudden, Dignitas are falling like flies here.
Oh.
And as I say that, Rubino and MSL bring it right back into a 2v2, and this should be a bomb plant for the Danish side.
Yeah. What seemed like an easy round for EFEC becomes a very tense one. 2-on-2. Bombs still not planted. Just roaming there waiting for a potential push from either side. But it's not happening right now. It seems like the CTs are actually double stack kitchen.
I'm actually surprised that Dignitas are waiting this long to try to get the bomb plant down. Now, well, it could actually be somewhat tough for Rubino to try to cross over to that site.
I think they may have realized now there's two in kitchen, though. So
seems like
it could be helpful here. A bit of shots being traded, but no kills until Rubino gets one. So now it's going to be NKL alone here, 1-on-2. Now the bomb is going to get planted. NKL is going for it. Is he going to get it? That's the question mark. A lot of damage dealt, but Rubino going to get the kill, and that's going to be dignitas picking up the first pistol round.
And a much needed one. They had a rough go of it on cash. Oh, well, Mirage, it's supposed to be their home map, and this is where they need to make their stand if they're going to make it to Overpass here. So Rubino and MSL with a really good pistol to save everything after Dreamer started things off very strongly for EFEC.
Not sure if anyone's surprised, but EFEC has force bought into it. As pistols upgraded, everyone else except for Bubble has an armor or two.
Yeah, so I guess that's an indication that Bubble wants to go towards that AWP pretty early on. Previously, EFEC hasn't been the team that utilizes the AWP the most, but it makes sense if they want to have some sort of mid-control early on.
I wonder why, because they force buy all the time.
Well, the Execute is going to come in here, and they're going to be running into, well, 3 members from EFRAG and a 4th one rotating in here. They need to do a good job of cleaning things up quickly, but that's not going to happen. Equal trade so far. And well, finally, the advantage goes the way of Dignitas. Victor and Dreamer left alone. A lot of damage being done onto Config. Still alive, though, and that's really all that matters. But Dreamer's Dreamer with 1 bullet left finds Config. And now it's down to 1v1. 5-7 on Victor. And Tensky locked in sandwich, still makes it out.
Massive, massive play from Dreamer. Last bullet getting that kill.
Yeah.
Even creating that opportunity for EFRAG to be a part of that round.
Well, that's Config being a tiny bit greedy as well, though. Being down to, what, 8 HP or something? Something to that effect. Still trying to jump in to get that easy kill on Dreamer. Probably assuming that he was actually out of bullets, but that tiny mistake could have actually cost Dignitas the round.
Yep. And now you have 3 CTs here in Connector, and Dignitas is pushing their way in there. And it's going to be a perfect cleanup from Dignitas, picking up the round number 3.
Nice and easy. And that means with no Dignitas members going down, they are going to be able to build a tiny bit of a bank, but obviously losing 4 guys in that first anti-eco will leave its marks. But now, here we go. Bubble has that up. And, well, in terms of utility, EFRAG, well, they pretty much have none. 3 smokes to work with and 1 flash. So they're going to have a really hard time dealing with, well, late executions and just potential retakes as well.
Yeah, that's interesting from them. EFRAG, though, they have 2 in Catwalk here. And nobody is going to be playing in CPL window. Still quite passive approach to mid, and a lot of time being taken by Dignitas. Working mid, they're going to be throwing that connector of smoke towards the A site.
And they have a bit of a double stack here on Catwalk on EFRAG's end. Victor up in the ladder room here. He's going to get taken out instantly, and Dreamer isn't even near to actually get a trade for that. Gets taken down just a couple of seconds later as well, and now NKL is all they have left on that B bomb set, and he's going to go down quickly as well. Spyleader chimes in with 1 frag from Kitchen, but it's not going to be enough, and well, they might have a hard time saving as well, because there comes Rubino from the back. Bubble goes down with that up, and now, well, they should know that Spyleader is nearby. Well, there they get the confirmation as well. Kirby is going to remove him in swift motion. And 4-0 for Dignitas.
Yeah, that was a well-constructed round. I felt like they had an idea of what the CTs were doing there in Catwalk. They were very persistent on attacking each one of them one by one. And they make it work perfectly.
One of the things that Dignitas really have nailed down is how to deal with late mid control. on their T side. They're really effective at setting it up, and especially when they want to work towards, well, either of the bomb sites, really. But they have the pop flashes needed for everything to deal with it. Well, not able to deal with Spy Leader initially, but there we go. 2 frags go the direction of Dignitas, even a third one. So now, much better anti-eco coming out from the Danish side here. They will take a bit of damage while putting the bomb down. Victor finds MSL through the smoke, but still not too much Dreamer and Victor can hope to do here, except for getting a couple of kills.
Yep. They do have pistols and armors, but considering the positioning from the T's right now, it's going to be very tough to make anything happen. But as I say that, it's going to be 2 of the T's going down. Just leaving Tensky with 5 HP. And do they have time to defuse? I suppose they do.
Plenty of time to defuse. What on earth were Dignitas doing?
Yep. We barely have any in-game sounds. It's really hard to say.
Yeah, no, well, that's pretty much the case of Dignitas overextending on each and every peak. There are 3 players alive. They have, pretty good crossfire. They don't even need to take a challenge before somebody is near that bomb on E-frags, and instead, E-frag don't even have to get close to the bomb before Dignitas have offered up, 2.5 players. That's definitely not what you want to see if you're Dignitas. And, well, that does give E-frag the money to get that op back up and again on bubble. Dignitas, they're going to buy up again, obviously, and they have the opportunity to somewhat reset E-frag, but obviously E-frag got a bit of a round to 3 there. Yeah,
great kills on A already, going back and forth. Let's go to Dignitas on that site, and they have control over it. They're going to be smoking off the crucial points, meaning they get a very, very wide open plan as well for a slope. So
hopefully they'll...
Well done.
Yeah, bit of a bogged up right now. Rubino's in a really, really awkward after plant position here, but they're going to rotate one guy around short.
Yeah, because of the plant they had.
Yeah, and now it's all about the 2 remaining Dignitas members on that A bomb site to actually hold off for as long as possible. Rubino just needs to stay hidden, and no need really for anyone to hop there and pit, but Rubino's going to do an excellent job picking up 2 frags while make that 3. And that became really important as well because Kirby made his presence known there and actually fell down on catwalk, so potential afterplan could have gotten a lot worse for Dignitas in that case, but instead they do manage to reset E-frag.
Who up
to a certain extent, are still going to force buy, but this is kind of how E-frag rolls. They live and die by the force buy, and it worked out brilliantly for them on cash. And now this is going to be a massive round. If they lose this one, we could easily see Dignitas getting up to 7 rounds in pretty much a matter of minutes.
Oh, Rubino though, a very nice opening kill onto Victor. It's going to be one of the weapons going down in force. And they were just dancing around those poles. It's going to be Spy Leader though. He's coming in. He's going to get taken out by Rubino as well, but Dreamer to do the trade kill, but it's already going to be the B-bombs that lost. NKL being the last remaining, and it just all fell apart.
And apparently, a bit of a tech issue on the end of E-frag here. Not sure who ran into the issues, but hopefully it's not going to be something serious. We'll see what happens. But for now, obviously a good start for Dignitas. Probably should have been at 7 rounds already if they hadn't botched that one anti-eco. Really just donating players left and right to Dreamer and Victor. That's definitely not the 2 guys you actually want to just face openly.
The question is, did the timeout happen before, or what situation it happened?
Well, he kind of got stuck in spawn NKL. There you go. Time's out.
Okay.
But it seemed like nobody said anything until, Victor died, and the first thing he typed is he's timed. So you would assume, I'm assuming they would have noticed it earlier, but we'll see. In any case, it was a bit of a force buy, or it was a force buy, just straight up on the E-frag side.
Definitely a force buy.
Yeah, because it's E-frag.
Yeah. That's what they do. That's how they roll, right?
It really is. I don't think they're going to be bold enough to actually, if depending on what happens here, if we're going to have a replay or if it's just going to continue from the current standings, with the kind of economy they have right now, I highly doubt they're actually going to force into this. Surely they're not that crazy, but, let's see. Okay, so E-frag just went on pause. Just want to get on with this, and, we're probably going to see more or less a clean eco coming out from the Bulgarians at this point. And that should mean Dignitas are nearing that 7th round.
And it's still not going to be great for EFRAC when it comes to their economy. They're not going to be able to buy everything they would like to in the following round either.
Getting that up on bubble.
All 5 T's are actually going to middle. Early contact made by Config, and that's going to be 4 fracks going the way of Dignitas. Make it 5
That
very,
round,
very quickly.
Yeah, it took about 15 seconds that entire round. So
talk about a throwaway round.
Yeah, and well, EFRAG, they're going to buy up again. No op this time. To be fair, the op on bubble hasn't really been able to do much of anything, mainly because, well, Dignitas haven't been moving too much towards middle when he's been there, and, well, when they actually go towards mid, they use a bunch of smokes to keep people away. And as of right now, we're going to see some catwalk aggression coming out from EFRAG. The similar setup they had last time. Dignitas decided to execute towards B, but this time around, looks like it's going to be an A take from the Danes.
Smoke's coming into A, and you have 2 of the T still in middle. Rubino and MSL get the opening kills in middle and A. And the trades are happening, but they are favoring heavily on the Dignitas side. But as I say that, it becomes a 2-on-1 now. It's going to be Dreamer alone here against Config and Tensky. And he's fast and pushing in. The bomb has been planted. It becomes a retake for him.
Managed to do quite a bit of damage onto Config, and yeah, knows where Config is hidden away, but it's going to smoke him out pretty much. And, well, a 1v1 situation. Dreamer has been tagged up, and Tensky makes no mistakes finishing that off. And, well, that sends EFRAG back to Eco
this is
once again.
Completely reversed from the first map. Now it's just a Dignitas being very disciplined and very, very well-timed strategies, and it feels like they've found themselves.
Yeah, and they're doing it at a much higher pace, though. You can tell that even though it's very synchronized and just very well played from Dignitas, they're doing it extremely fast. Tensky is going to get that nade as well, and okay, well, bounces off the wall at just the wrong moment, so not going to do too much damage to Spy Leader, but they get information that someone is aggressive in underpass, and, well, you can see the 3 guys pushing down mid to kind of greet Spy Leader here as soon as he falls off. Instead, it's going to be Victor charging from B-halts. Taking out Tensky, but there we go. The trade comes in from MSL here, and Spy Leader goes down, and this is going to be...
Dignitas realized there was going to be a stack towards B, and that's a fast reaction from them, just going up the connector towards the A side. But look at this, NKL is in an interesting position. Bubble is in CT spawn as well, so...
Well, the Molotov.
Yeah.
Dignitas definitely playing a lot better this time around. They're much more aware of what's going on around them. Definitely, well, from the looks of it, feeling way more comfortable with this map than what they did on Cash, but still, Config struggling quite a bit actually to get that frag onto NKL. And takes a lot of damage, and Bubble is there to clean things up with 3 kills that round. And, well, just as I was saying, Dignitas looking more comfortable and actually knowing what's going on around them. They kind of botched that. And this is the second round where they've had a man advantage. They've been, well, they've had superior weapons as well, but they donate around away.
Yep. No Bubble on the op in the window. He's not going to have anyone to shoot, though. He's just smoke.
Ooh, the aggression in AAPS here coming in from Victor, and he's going to find a frag onto Rubino as well. And there we go.
All right.
Early man advantage for EFRAG, and even though Victor's taken out to 19 HP, he's going to continue to press on. He's actually, well, he thought about it for a second, and right now he's just standing in angle heavily, well, oftentimes used by Pronax inside those A halls. And the rest of Dignitas, they're moving towards that B bomb site.
Dreamer is in prime position to have a duel, but he's going to get totally blinded by that flash. It's not going to have any impact in this round so far. Has to fall back slightly, but is it going to be Frax going to be elsewhere? No, it's Bubble that opens things up, but then Dreamer chimes in. It's going to make 1, but trades that do favor EFRAG in this situation, but the B bomb side is clear.
Oh, nice shot from Tensky there.
Tensky makes work, but look at Victor. He's on the monster flank right now. Bomb's not being planted.
And if Dignitas does take too long, well, I say that. The second Kirby is about to pick up the bomb. Bubble takes him out, and, well, Tensky is a pretty horrible situation here. There's no idea that Victor is coming from behind and B-alts. Actually, well, Victor's not stopping by at all. He's actually bolted completely, and that's going to give Bubble just the time he needs to find the back of Tensky.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Man, 2 rounds in a row for EFRAG, so they avoid getting reset, and they actually survive with 2 members, so things could definitely get worse, could definitely be worse, but still not the greatest buy coming in, or not the greatest reserves on EFRAG's end, even with those 2 rounds in a row. On Dignitas' side, lots of Molotovs. Just Mage in general. And from the looks of it, setting up for that standard standard mid take. They like to do so often. So I'm curious if they're going to actually pop flash someone in on catwalk. Try to get control over that area and push E-Frag back.
Yeah.
Molly's go into ladder room. Nobody's going to be there, though.
Yeah, this time around, pace is a lot slower, though. Taking their sweet time. Dreamer is going to get taken out by Config. Is that an invitation to just and go catwalk? But Gladiator taking care of business with Kiabu. Equalizing the situation into a 4-4. And again, things just slow down. It's a waiting game right now. Bubble is in the window. He might be in trouble with MSL. But MSL is not going to face him, though. Seems like he's going to be patient enough. Just head towards B, which is going to be occupied by Victor, but now not any longer. Taken out by Config.
Yeah, and the rotation being so slow from E-Frag because they were waiting for MSL to show himself in ladder window there. And Victor was all by his lonesome. And that means an easy bomb plant for Dignitas. Rubino's keeping one of the members from E-Frag busy. That's Spy Leader, but not going to matter in the big scheme of things. As Spy Leader, as NKL manages to clean out the remaining Ts on the actual bomb site. If Rubino, I guess, sticks around, because he definitely knew that he was being pressured, but he probably assumed that the E-Frag members were going to go straight for catwalk.
Yeah, I think the thing that one of the two in B got killed initiated him to start moving.
Yeah,
so he needed to make a play.
Definitely the first play. And Rubino, I don't know, it feels like he should have been more aware of the fact that Spy Leader could be nearby at that point. Instead, gets caught off guard, and 3 rounds in a row for E-Frag, and money is starting to run low on Dignitas' end.
Indeed it is. Another mid-take coming in from them, though. Slowly but surely going towards that area of the map with 3 players. Yeah, just waiting for the next move to happen, really. But in the meanwhile, we do have Rubino just lurking his way here in A slope, but he's going to get Molotov and has to fall back.
Well, again, Dignitas setting up for that like mid control. Yeah, seems like they want to go through connector here. Since that Molotov goes out, they're going to boost one guy into into CPL window. He's just not going to be spotted by Bubble through that smoke. This get very interesting. Well, there he goes.
Going through the smoke. No fear. But Spy that are just going to be able to take one. Trades are even. It's a 3-on-3 situation. The attack is coming on A. The only one around this bomb side is NKL right now. He's become the ticket booth right now.
And bomb is nowhere near the actual bomb site. They're actually pushing forward with the bomb towards jungle. This is
Victor has a hunch of this.
Yeah. Well, I guess for E-Frag, they don't really need to do anything until NKL gives the go-ahead signal.
Yeah, indeed.
And Dignitas just frantically searching for that third frag of the round. Instead of it's going to be NKL to drop the bomb on Config, and it's all down to Rubino and Tensky.
20 seconds as well.
Oh, great frag from Tensky onto Dreamer there on short. That should clear up for an easy plant towards short here. And, well, an easy hold for Tensky. There we go. Well, actually it does go down. Doesn't make it around the corner and connector. And it's all down to Rubino. 1v1 situation versus NKL. And NKL is dangerously low on HP here.
They're both quite low. Is who's going to win this?
Rubino's going to have the quicker reactions.
Indeed. And now that's going to stop the 3-round reign from E-Frag. And Dignitas picks up another one. 9-4 on T side.
Rubino is having, I want to say quietly having a really good game. He's sitting on 21, 1-6. So barely dying and coming up with huge contributions in the fragging department. But it hasn't been off of like massive, 3 and 4K rounds for the better part. It's just like a very steady contribution. Well, pretty much every single round.
I feel like that's the kind of player he is too. Like
Yeah, no,
like the
definitely.
definition of Rubino as a player.
Oh, well, with that loss, E-Frag still not being able to stabilize their economy just yet. So, force buy with pistols and scouts. Dreamer's going to be no match for the Dignitas rush coming in on B here, and that's just going to be an easy wall plant. The 2 remaining E-Frag members have no real chance of actually retaking this.
I mean, these are the kind of force buys that you just wonder what's going on with E-Frag. Why would they?
Oh, definitely.
Just, don't buy on the zone. Play for those 5 rounds instead.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't make sense because if they could have held on, not bought out anything this round, they would have had a respectable buy going into the last round. And now they're just giving themselves let's say 25% chances to win a round instead of having something closer of like 55% chance. But that's kind of how EFrag rolls. They win quite a few games on it, and they lose quite a few as well.
Live and die by that philosophy.
In any case, Victor is going to be able to hold on to an AK, which is a pretty good pickup. And they also managed to hold on to his scout. They're going to swap things around a bit. Bubble's going to get that scout for himself.
I think it's a testament to how well Dignitas has played as a unit, as they are 10-4 up, and they've been looking super sharp. In the meanwhile, Kjærby having a bit of a struggle here, sitting at 3-3 on 10. And while his team is at 10-4.
Yeah, no, it seems like I guess some of the regulars on Dignitas that you expect to do well, like Kjærby and Config, have had a bit of a rough go of it so far in this best of 3, but luckily Rubino is doing quite the heavy lifting for his team as of right now. And in the end, it's well, it doesn't really matter what kind of stats you are as long as your team is winning rounds.
Indeed, EFrag so far has given a lot of entries in catwalk in the middle, but this time it's going to be a trade kill. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Victor is going to go down from Config, and only going to be 2 of the CTs remaining anymore. Spy Leader and NKL. Spy Leader having a bit of a go at Config. Come out on top of the duel though.
And NKL, last man standing. He's going to pick up an AK. And
Config.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice by Config, and NKL is going to rotate around towards short. He might actually be able to catch out Tensky if he's not careful here. And that would be the bomb dropped as well, but barely dodges NKL coming around from short. Instead, it's going to be Rubino who's stuck in the open, but
there was a possibility there. NKL not able to capitalize on it though. Yeah. 11-4 T-half, that's quite massive, so completely reverse from the previous map.
No, absolutely, and seeing a much better side of Dignitas. Probably helps that they're more comfortable on the map. That's I think that's safe to say. EFrag on their end, they've never been a really good CT side, even on Mirage, which has been a pretty good map for them. So, yeah, if I'm EFrag, of course I'm worried, but I wouldn't give up hope just yet. If they can get a pistol here and win the first buy round, then we're starting to look at what could be a real comeback.
That is indeed what could happen here. Let's look at the buy from EFrag. Seems like they have 2 smokes. They have a raid boss in bubble. They're taking on an armor. So 2 smokes and a flash, along with that Tech 9.
Surprising to me that it's not someone like Dreamer or Victor who gets that Tech 9. Maybe they just prefer running around with the Glock.
Yeah.
Could be the case. And for Dignitas, once again, they're just going to go full armor, and Rubino picks up where he left off. Gets an early frag. He's really keen on getting that second one as well, as he would have had bomb control, but is going to pay with his life instead. But still, his teammates doing heavy work, and all of a sudden it's down to 1 man. And that's NKL. He's going to go down to Kirby.
Yeah, anything really happened. I was disrupted by Dignitas, and they took care of business before either the bomb site were even under threat in any way. So that's going to be a quick 12-4, and Dignitas looking poised to take that map number 2.
I know this is definitely not going the way of EFrag, that's for sure. And well, true EFrag fashion, they're force buying up here. Had a smoke there that they set up for, but no real movement off of that smoke thrown. Oh well, never mind. Spy Leader actually didn't throw it.
MSL though is going to peek underground, and Tensky going to spot a couple of T's, take one of them out. Just going to keep on dueling, but it's MSL that takes the cake. Now Bubble together with NKL actually pushing in to beat the last 2 remaining T's. They have the bomb, they have the bomb side now as well, and they are going to be able to plant that bomb too. So it's going to be a 2-on-4 though, so that's always going to be tough holding the bomb side with 4 CTs coming your way, especially now when it's a 4-on-1 Kjærby getting the kill on Bubble. NKL, very, very tough situation, and he goes down 2, and that's going to be another round going the way of Dignitas.
So not taking that big of a loss here. Dignitas gonna have an alright economy, and they've already bought into something that could work for the buy round. So this is gonna be a pretty tough task for EFrag here. They're gonna have to save up one more time, even with that bomb plant.
No, that's the question. Are they?
No, surely
Probably
they would
not.
Oh god, why would you? Like why?
Because you are EFrag. You buy.
Oh, I can't
grand.
argue with that logic, I guess.
$2 grand. That's a lot of money, man.
Well, So it's going to be full-on Tech 9s, Molotovs, and what have you. It's going to be set up for that standard A-take. And Dignitas, well, they're sitting up with good distance here, so that should definitely play in the favor of them already. NKL down to 6 HP before even getting to the top of pit here. The bomb's going to go down, but Dignitas not really too worried about that.
Yeah, that was a very
Perfectly
passive.
fine with doing the retakes here.
Yeah, it's going to be fully depending on a retake and just respecting the potential of Tech 9s. But NKL going to be the one opening things up. The bomb is already planted, like we mentioned, and interesting stacks here for the T's. NKL is going to go down. And Victor and Dreamer are going to push from A slope. They're going to get the kill on MSL. In fact, there's going to be 3 of the T's there. And they're all blind right now. Conflict just going to pull on. He feels this bomb right now, but he's going to go down. Rubino without a kit is going to be on that bomb. Not anymore though, and seems like it's going to work out in the end. That was organized chaos delivered to you by eFrag.
Yeah, disastrous round for Dignitas and very poorly played in terms of a retake.
Exactly.
The fact that NKL with 6 HP is able to find a frag at all is just not supposed to happen.
Seemed like a lack of coordination in that retake. It was just like everyone run in and then do something.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was Dignitas who smoked off towards pit as well, which more or less just obstructed their chances at actually, well, obviously they want to, well, in lack of better words, smoke the E-frag out of the pit and actually force them forward. But at that point, you actually need to be ready for it. And they did it at a time where people were reloading, not peeking, so 2 of the players actually get past. But MSL, with that alt buy, is going to find the first frag onto Victor.
Yes. And Dreamer is playing with the idea of coming out on slow, but he already have a bubble out of the map as MSL is going to pick up another kill with that up, causing havoc there on this A side. And that's a quick 5-on-3, and it's favoring Dignitas.
Yeah.
Going to make a move. This why they want to open things up in the apps.
Well, the move comes in too late, pretty much. Well, the majority of E-frag has already gone down at that point. Dignitas still staying strong with 4 players live. MSL doing a massive job in that round, and well, with NKL on the other side of the map, not too much he can do. He shouldn't be a threat and actually force that big of a rotation coming out of Dignitas because they know where the bomb is, or they should know.
Tensky is going to catch him. He's going to that bomb. So it's going to be to NKL now. Alone, 20 HP. Bomb is on the other side of the map, and he's got 3 enemies to be worried about too. So
the second he turns this corner, he's going to go down.
Indeed.
He's never going to expect this position.
Rubino's going to say hello.
And easy frag for Rubino, and easy round overall for Dignitas there. Pretty good A-hole. And, well, again, we see the problem for E-frag here is that, well, they get reset, but not like it really matters. They're just going to need that go-to send. It's like a light turns green for them the second they reach above 3K, and they just decide to buy up. Granted, it did work out the last
2.5K sounds more like the mark for them.
It feels like anything goes, and, well, it worked out the last time, but nowadays, well, now they're moving more from mid control, which is kind of surprising given how, well, they don't really have that much utility. They have 3 smokes and a nade. But
look at the positioning from Dignitas too. The no respect play right now of just holding mid from mid.
Yeah.
And MSL is going to pick up that kill into underpass and fall back. Tensky is still going to be staying on catwalk, but he might realize it's better off just not to. But he is going to face. It's going to be MSL and Tensky getting the kills afterwards too. Again, it's Bubble and NKL in a 2-on-4 situation. I think I've seen this before, and it's not going great this time around either.
Well, NKL does get a bomb down with him onto the side, but he's not going to actually take the chance to get the bomb plant. So that means we're looking at another situation where eFrag are going to be completely broke. And, well, this time they're actually going to have to force whether they like it or not, because it's map point Dignitas.
Indeed. And it is potentially going to be a... Was it 16-5 in the first map?
I want to say 16-6.
You could be wrong, or you could be right.
But in any case, eFrag, they've made this very hard for themselves with a lot of alternative buys.
But a very similar scoreline here.
Yeah,
look at this. Okay. B push is coming in here. Config is going to be under a lot of pressure.
Okay, so as all of this is happening, eFrag are finding a couple of frags. The thing is, how are you going to work out this after plant?
Oh, that is true. That's going to be interesting. They pushed into kitchen already, and all the CTs are on the wrong bomb site.
Yeah, Tensky surely
be the one to call this
if nothing is there at this point.
It should be quite evident at this point, and now they realize. So This is potentially going to be that 6th round.
I'm very optimistic of MSL actually to walk through Kitchen there. Because they have to figure that, well,
they have no
the
money,
EFRAG members,
really.
they're actually going to be retreating towards that A bomb site from Kitchen after having been on that A bomb site. And again, dignitas are handling these force rounds from EFRAG less than stellar.
That was like the oldest trick in the book.
Oh,
Send
it
for
really is.
rush B. I'm going to take the bomb to A. Perfect.
But it took dignitas such a long time to actually figure out whether or not the bomb was on the B bomb site or not.
Yeah.
And, well, that gave EFRAG the opportunity to retreat, and then MSL has a bit of a weird decision in terms of how he decides to rotate over. Should definitely know that people from EFRAG could have offensive positions.
Indeed. And
Given how the plant went down.
it's going to be a force buy from the CTs right now in this situation. Slow approach from EFRAG once again coming into play. They take their sweet time of taking over middle. Just waiting for the potential pushes, and look at the CT's MSL, and it's just playing very aggressively. It's just going to YOLO his way up almost. Spy Leader.
It doesn't see anything though.
No, it's actually now MSL split is going to fall back, and Spy Leader is going to get to surprise him, and gets another one on Tensky. That's a nice 2 shots from the Spy Leader. That's going to create a massive opening into the defense.
Yeah, and they've been able to do so without really having to commit to anything at all. Spy Leader just doing it all on his own. You can see how spread out the EFRAG lineup is. They haven't really decided to do anything at all. And now, well, with the 2 frags from Spy Leader, seems like they want to consolidate towards that A bomb site where nobody from Dignitas is currently holding. You have 1 man rotating around from CT spawn over towards A, but if he doesn't get there in time, this could get really rough. It's going to be all down on Rubino.
Yeah, he needs to hit some slick shots. He spots the teaser coming up. I think you've seen the bomb too, so that is going to initiate the rotation, which is going to get caught off by Victor. So it's going to be Rubino and Config left here against 4 remaining EFRAG players, and the bomb may be planted now. As the space is there, but there's no need for that, as EFRAG is just going to wipe out all the CTs from the map.
Yeah. Oh well. The bank finally runs dry on Dignitas, so they're going to have to go, slight this into the eco town. And, well, for them, they have no reason to be worried at this point. They're on map point. They can take all the time in the world, really, to build up a solid economy, get that op on MSL once again.
Indeed.
And basically not stress out. So do not go the route of EFRAG and start force buying here.
No, that is definitely not the course of action to be taken. Rubino and MSL are attempting with the idea of pushing middle. There is some damage being made. Spy Leader and Dreamer are down to quite low HPs. But as that happens, 2 Dignitas make that 3 Dignitas players already gone down.
Rubino's down to 17 HP as well. So at best, Dignitas hoping to find a couple of frags here. But it's going to be hard for them to actually make a dent into the EFRAG economy at this point. Well, Rubino goes down to Victor as well. Config finds 1, finds 2. But Spy Leader is going to put an end to his rampage, and well, now Dignitas actually opting to go with the buy. They're not going to wait to get an op on MSL unless Conflict decides to sacrifice himself for his in-game leader, but it seems like they're all just going to stick to Colts.
Yeah, let's see if there's any aggressive plays from Dignitas coming in. It does not seem like it right now. MSL's going to play a window with an M4 instead of an AWP. Rubino to be in connector. Intensity and catwalk. So it's quite traditional Dignitas way of CT so far.
Yeah, same thing for EFRAG as well. Setting up passively in mid. We're just waiting for the aggression until they pop forward. Actually, the bomb is pretty far forward, being this isolated. But EFRAG, they do get mid control as Dignitas kind of just back off from the idea of actually forcing anything. And well, now it's down to see what EFRAG can actually muster here. There's going to be aggression onto mid here. Finds 1 frag from himself. He actually picks up 2 here, and they know NKL is down below here. Easy frag for Tensky, and that's the bomb drop. So even though Spy Leader and Bubble have been able to do work on that A bomb site, they still have to venture into this crossfire of doom from Dignitas.
Yeah, this could get interesting. A Bubble
Oh,
on the right angle.
Don't do this.
Not like this. Oh, the grenade is going to stop Config. And look at this. Spy Leader's some window. It's going to get that kill too. It's going to face the other one too. But goes down to Tensky now. It's going to become a 1-on-1. Bubble gets the bomb. It's going to be an invitation for him to just go on A and get this bomb down.
Yeah. That sets timer on to Tensky, but that was really weird played by Config there. Definitely not sure why he didn't want to more or less play it with Tensky, trying to take the challengers all by himself. Not the ideal way to play that kind of a situation.
Yeah, patience was not a part of that plan.
Bubble's gotten so much time to actually just get into good afterplan position. The smoke from Tensky could come up big here, but oh, really, Bubble.
Not like this. Not like this.
Bubble.
The bubble has burst big time.
My, what a way to lose that map on.
Wow.
That was definitely not what they were looking for.
And he was down to